How's it going, guys? We're here to check out this skin picks this week, and we got quite a few good stuff for you. We're going to start off with some clothing here, and as you can see, we've got some golden boots and hat. Even though the golden suit didn't make it in, that doesn't mean that Milo's giving up on it. Who knows? It's got its full-on booty pimp hat to go along with it, and some pimpin' boots to match alongside with it. Look, they look like golden cowboy sneakers, and I think that's just absolutely great. Next, we've got the AMLT, or ALMAT set, or Almatt hoodie and pants. On here, we've got like a little whale tail, and over back here, you've got what looks like Saturn. You got a bunch of stars, and looks like pink clouds, green clouds, a moon, and stars, a rocket ship. It's got all sorts of kind of stuff going on. It's definitely an interesting choice of colors. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure about it, but it's definitely a cool little set. Has that kind of like jean look to it as well. Next up, we've got a really rusty, dirty looking set, and well, that's because it is the Hobo hoodie and pants. And as you can see, I mean, this stuff is got duct tape and tape and tape and tape on dirt on dust on who knows what. Looks like this hoodie used to be some kind of windbreaker, and then, I don't know, maybe these used to be corduroy pants? Maybe, something like that. It's definitely very cool and hobo-y, and it just fits Rust's rustiness, for sure. Next, we've got a continuation in the Fury set by Hudson, and this is the Fury hoodie and pants, and it's got this kind of, like, graffiti kind of punk look to it. You've got these, like, green flames and everything that just kind of stand out, and it says Fury Gang on the back. Really big green flames here on the bottom and everything. Altogether, definitely one of those kind of like punky, almost paintball-y kind of feel. Very urban look to it. I think that's something that a lot of people dig in Rust. It's also quite dirty as well, which is something that fits in nicely. Lastly, we've got this Tribe Warrior set for you, and it looks like the straps are made from like zebra fur, and we've got this like tribal design on the front with a handprint. You can see there's like, looks like little seashells embedded into it. On the back here, you can see the seashells again, and more zebra. And then when we come up here, we've got, it looks like it's again made from like shells and other decorative stuff, or those maybe acorns or something, I'm not entirely sure. And then we've got this kind of like spooky tiki kind of looking mask, very, you know, native-y. But it also kind of has, I don't know, the whole thing kind of has like a tropical look to it. Maybe some inspiration from Africa, because we've got like the zebra print. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Next up, let's move on to the deployables, starting with the Cobalt Scientist rug. It looks like you've made a couple of scientists into a rug for your base, and bullet holes still included. I thought that's pretty cool. It's a very neat design. Then over here, we've got the human organ box. Now, this one might look a little bit too clean, I think. It's definitely very, more... I don't know. There's something about it that just looks like it doesn't quite fit into Rust, but I really like the idea of the design and everything else on it. I think it's just something with the coloring or maybe the shading or something, but that could just be me personally as well. It is a very nice clean-cut box. Speaking of boxes, we've also got another large box for you. This one is a continuation in the Mechanics set by Jessen, and this is the Mechanics box. So over here you got a little stop sign on the side, and some road signs there, and then of course the Mechanics symbol right there. Then we've got two furnaces for you. First, we've got the HQ metal furnace, and it looks like it's made out of HQM pieces. You can see all of them sitting around in the top. And there you have that. Of course, it's properly labeled. And then over here, we've got a racing furnace for you. This is from Vitalik, or driver's furnace, I should call it. And it kind of looks like a sad little car engine kind of thing going on. This definitely looks like something from a cartoon. So, definitely love it. He has kind of like the droopy eyes, he's breathing fire. So, then, moving on, we've got a fridge for you. And you gotta love this. It just looks great. No rules. It has the whole little car look and everything. Even the back has the fuel, so this is a one module car. But man, they are ready to go. They crammed a lot of people into this one. Oh, look, see, there's a plan. They're gonna take down that scrap alley. Man, now what happened to parachutes anyways? We really do need those. But yeah, definitely very cool for sure. Next, we've got a couple doors for you, and this one is the... Let's see, what is it called? I believe it old school gamer door, yes. And as you can see, we still have one little discrepancy here. Before the original Pac-Man ghost, which this was themed after, the ghost looked a little too similar to them, but we still kind of have a Pac-Man right here. I think anything that looks like a half wedge of cheese going after things like that might be a little bit into copyright infringement. Too much. But we've got the Rust satellite dish and power plant, and we've got the dome and rocket site down there. So yeah, maybe, you know, this can still be changed up a little bit as well. Then we've got this crazy flesh eyeball door. This thing's absolutely insane looking. It's looking every which way, judging you of, are you gonna raid? Do you really want to deal with that? I don't know. Kind of freaks me out. Then we've got a sheet metal double door for you. It is the Ancient Lore set, continuing on. And yeah, it just kind of has that very neat Norse look to it. Very, very cool. Then we've got a redesign of this gesture garage door. And I think it was enough of a redesign to go ahead and show it to you. And is this the gesture set? We've got the double armor door. I think this would make a nice set to go along with it as well. Then something a little bit different, we've got this cool Black Widow door. I think it might be set a little bit more for a Halloween kind of theme, but who knows? It's just absolutely cool. Love the artwork on this, and it is definitely a neat one this week. Then we've got this really cool armored door for you. Oh wait, it's a garage door. It is the restricted area door by Call Me Tommy. It has a very, like, armored door theme. I really like the look of it, and for the kind of people that just kind of want that lockdown-ish feel, this is definitely an awesome garage door for that. And then over here, we've got something on the complete flip side. It's happy. There's a pumpkin and a corn dancing with a hazmat guy. This little garage door is completely the opposite, and it is the Good Harvest garage door, so there you have that. And everyone's been asking for some double armored doors. Well, we have one that actually makes the cut. We've got Duck's Chad Base garage door, and you know, it says Chad Base. You got some like graffiti all over, ha ha ha, and you've got, you know, the eyes, of course, roll up, so to say. It's definitely a cool little idea, and yeah, you can take a look on. It does have the matching sides. They didn't take advantage of, you know, being able to do 4 different sides, but that kind of doesn't work when you're doing a face. We do have a few glowing things, so as you'll see on this box, all the little red lights do actually light up on it. We can take a look at our furnaces here. Oh, and we fell. And pretty much most of the lighting is going to be going on there, except for some like tail lights on the back. We've got, of course, the fridge. And that does it. Next, let's dive into our tools and weapons. We've got a couple hammers for you, starting with this delicious ice cream. Look at that. I don't know. It looks maybe it might be a little bit stale, but altogether, definitely very cool idea. I love it. Next, we've got another cool little hammer, and this one is actually like a security camera wrapped in caution tape. So let's see, can we actually third person it? It's gonna be all sorts of weird, but can we go ahead and take a look at the front of it? Yep, you can see the front is actually a little CCTV camera with a little red glowing light. Next, we've got one last hammer for you. This guy looks like someone took a chunk out of the Hulk. It is the Mysterious Emerald hammer, and well, there you go. I mean, it's a mysterious emerald. What else do I need to explain? Then we've got one of the coolest swords I've seen in a while. Check this thing out. It is mean looking. It really looks like you could mess someone up with this thing. I absolutely love the design of it, and it is the Steel Predator sword, so yeah, check that one out. Moving on, we've got the Blackout crossbow for you. There's 2 different versions, one where it's cut out and one where it isn't. This is the cut out one, and I think it just looks a little bit better. So I definitely decided to show off that one for you guys for sure. Definitely something I know a lot of you are looking forward to. Then next, we've got a little Revy for you. This guy has a nice bright purple look to it. It's got this green cloth handle, and everything is just all together, just very bright in colors. Aiming down the sights here, you can see, we'll go ahead and pop a reload on it. Definitely a very cool looking pistol. And its name is the Raven Revolver, as you can guess from the Raven on the side. Next up, we've got a couple pythons for you, starting with this one. There's a glowing and a non-glowing version, but honestly, the glowing one is the best. This is the Bio Leak Python. Aiming down the sights, you can see it's not too much going on, but you got a little bit of the green kind of snaking in there. It's really about the green kind of cracks that glow that really makes this set stand out. Next, we've got a very bright red python for you. This is the Fury X Red Python, and there's a Fury X AK out there, so I think this is something a lot of people will be pretty excited about. You can see it's got this bright orange sight, a big angry red skull staring back at you, and just this mean red design. Definitely a very cool looking one, for sure. Next, we've got a Pompey for you. It's been a while since there's been any made, but this one's the Arctic War Tribe shotgun, and I think this one looks absolutely awesome. You've got kind of this little tribal design right there, almost looks like a snowflake, but the real cool stuff is just the side of this thing. Has a nice metallic look to it, kind of like a icy steel. I think altogether, this one is really well done. And a cool looking Pompey. Then we've got a few AKs for you. Just make sure I pulled out the right one. This is a continuation of the Burnout set. So we got the Burnout MP5. Maybe the AK will make it in. It's a stockless one. Aiming down the sights, it's all beat up and you've got like a skull. And of course the main thing is kind of just this hand-drawn flames on it. The whole AK itself is rusty and beat up and kind of fits right into the theme of Rust for sure. Then, is this the right one? Yep, there you go. Next, we've got a more artistic AK for you. This one is the Neanderthal AK. And as you can see, it's got a little campfire, some Neanderthal scratching their head, wondering about it. It's got this like leopard print on the mag right there. Look at that, you gotta love that. Altogether, it's a very cool looking AK. I love the details to it. And as you can see, like the wood and leopard print, and then it almost looks like, you know, cobbled together metal. Definitely a cool theme to it. Whoops. We on that? Yep, that's it. We're not quite done with AKs yet. We've got another one here, and this one is a very different look in color and design. It's the King of the Road AK by Johnny. Aiming down the sights here, you've got an aqua colored tip with red around it, and the whole thing itself is just this aqua colored little AK. Kind of gives me vibes of like maybe Bioshock in a way. I just love the gasoline, and you've got a little atomic symbol there. It's altogether definitely a very cool design. One I think a lot of people would love, and it definitely goes with, you know, the recent car editions, for sure. Then we've got a very artistic one. This one looks like it is made out of wood and bamboo. I think that's absolutely cool. This is a great redesign, and then we've got like the little man-eating plants at the end here, the kind of piranha plant looking things. Aiming down the sights, there's one staring at you, judging you. Definitely a very unique AK. I love the wood design and everything. It just looks so well done. And lastly, we've got a Balti for you guys. This is a continuation in the Sea Monster set. This is the Sea Monster Balti. You can see there's a compass engraved in the end and a nice red painted sight. You've got that shark on the side, and it's got the nice kind of like life preserver little color on the ring there and everything. Definitely a cool looking Balti. But that's going to do it, guys. So sound off which ones you want to see the most, and go ahead and leave any kind of feedback that you can. I'll try to get to the right people, and as always, thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a great week.